Hey everyone, Art here, and today I'm going to show you how to work with repeaters in EditorX. You're going to be able to take your data and show it on the page using a repeater. You will only have to style things once, and the data will repeat for however many items are in your data set. This is super easy. We'll get it done in just a few minutes. Let's dive in and show you how it works. All right, so we've landed at editorx.com and we've just started the workflow of building a new site. So you can either start from a blank project or one of their templates that they have pre-built here. The templates are really nice. So for this tutorial, I'm going to choose a template just so we have something to work off of and it'll save on the build time. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one. I actually haven't used this template before, so let's go ahead and click edit and see if we can work with this. It's going to take a minute just to spin up the builder. Depending on your internet speed, this can take a minute or two, but it's building and compiling all the pages to the site and the editor, so there's a lot going on behind the scene. We have this template that has come up. It just has some basic information which we could of course go ahead and customize if we wanted, but we are going to want to show how to add data and then show it in a repeater on one of these pages. So let's actually just say that we had some data that we wanted to show on this home page, maybe like right here in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and move myself here and I'm going to put the data, let's just put it front and center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start deleting some of the info out of here just so we have a blank space to work with. So we have this section here. We're going to make it one column. So we have this big blank section right in the center of our page. Let's just pretend this site is for our agency and we want to show our employees on this page. What we need to do is we need to go up to this top submenu here and choose our content manager. So content manager is just what it is. It's just content that you can manage within the site and then show it on your pages. So we'll go ahead and add this to our site. They have these preset collections. We're not going to do that. We're just going to exit out of here and we're going to just create a blank collection from scratch. We'll call this employees. Okay, go ahead and click create. So now we have this employees collection. We can have a title. We can have, so essentially what we have here is just to back up, we have this database. It has one field, which is like the key field for the database, which is title. We're going to want some other information to collect about our employees that we want to show to our customers. So we can have a text field here. This could actually just be called, you can rename it. We can call this title. So this title / position. This field name is internal, so no one will see the field name. So we have title position. We could call this link. Let's just say we have a link to their LinkedIn page. LinkedIn page, okay. And then let's just say we have a photo. Obviously, you can make this a lot more custom, just giving you some basic examples. Photo. All right. So we've created some fields for our employee. We can edit this, and we could actually say this is their name. Okay. So let's add an item to our database. Say it's Art, say CEO, LinkedIn page. Let's just do this. Google.com, and then we can add a photo. We can just add a stock photo. Let's just say this is me in my car. Okay, cool. So we've added a item to our collection. And now we want to show it on the page. So let's go out of this content manager into our page. Remember, we have this big blank section here. What we want to do is we want to add an element to this page, and it's going to be a repeater. So we can hit this plus button for add elements, and we can choose here right in the quick add section, repeater. So it adds this repeater within our section. We can reposition it to however we would like. And the cards are there. So this would show cards for however many items were in our collection. We have one item in our collection right now, but this is not connected to any data yet, and we don't have any elements in the repeater. So if you remember, if we go back to our collections, we have our employees collection, and we have a name, a position, a URL, and a photo. So we essentially need 4 items in our repeater: the name, the position, the URL, and the photo. So if we come back here, we can again go to quick add, and we can add some text. And as you can see, if you add it in one of the repeater cells, it'll add it in every other cell. So we can connect this to employee name. What you do is if you click on the text, you can click this little icon that says connect the data, and it'll bring up this other floating box. And what you need to do is click create data set, and then you choose one of your collections. So if you had all kinds of different collections, you'd see them all here. We only have this employees collection, and then I guess there's a contact collection that was created with the site because we used a template. But we'll choose employees data set, connect, and then now that we have this connected, I guess it closed, but let's go back in here. Now that we have it connected, we can see this little blue, this icon is now blue, which indicates that it's connected to data. If we go ahead and click it, this floating box comes back up. We can connect the text to the name. And there we go. So now the name is showing in this repeater cell. We can move this into the repeater. Sorry, there we go. And now it's showing. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of styling. This isn't a design tutorial by any means, but I just want to show you how this all works. One thing to note is once we've connected some data through a repeater on our page, we have this sort of floating connection symbol, which is not connected, which is not going to show to our front end users, but it's a way for us to easily get to our data set. So if we click that, we get right into our data set here. We could actually add another item. I'm just going to duplicate it for speed. I'm going to hit duplicate item. I'll do it again, duplicate item. If we then close out of this, we now see that there's 3 items here, which is great. If we change the data, it would change here. Like I said, we have in our data set, we have a couple different fields. We have the name, the position, the LinkedIn page, and the photo. So we need to add and then connect those items right now. So we, just like before, add elements. We'll do text. We'll consider this to be the position. We'll make it a little bit smaller over here on the right. And then we just need to repeat these steps, connect the data, and connect this to position. So there we go. These have all updated right in the page. We'll want to go ahead and add another text box. And we're going to connect this to the URL of the employee's LinkedIn page. So let's go ahead and choose this LinkedIn URL, and there it is. Now, if we wanted to not show the URL, we could actually edit the text and change that. We're just going to show the URL here, but just know you could do it this way. Another thing that you could do if you wanted to like link to another site, like a LinkedIn page, we could actually delete this just to show you how this could work. You could add a button. You could add the button in here, and then you could link it just like we did. The click action connects to the LinkedIn page URL. And then you could change this text and you could say view LinkedIn page, or you could just say LinkedIn. Okay. And now this is worked and connected. As we update the URLs in our collections here, they would update in each respective cell of the repeater here. So we can move this button down. For instance, we could center it in this repeater just like that. We also had, if you remember, we also had the photo. So if we wanted to add the employee photo to this box as well, what we would do is, again, same process, add a quick add. We can actually just choose image. This is really big, so let's go ahead and resize this here. Again, I'm not trying to make this stylistically beautiful or anything. I'm just showing you how this all would work. Okay, same thing. You need to link the photo. It's already connected to the employee's data set. The image source goes to photo. And there we go. Our photo is coming in. Now, to show you how this works, if we go back into our data set and we modify some of this employee content. So we've got art. We've got John. And we've got Jill. We can say CFO, CMO, And let's just go ahead and change their photos real quick just to show you. That's John. This could be Jill. Here we go. We come back here. This has all been updated. So as we add employees, it would just add it to the repeater on our main page. Again, you could style this however you want to make it bigger, smaller, depending on whatever the style of your website is. But there's also other styles that you can control. If you wanted it to be a list, maybe you'd have to obviously change everything around depending on what you chose. You could do cards, which might look nice in this example. You could do a slider, that kind of thing. So there's lots of options here in terms of styling. And then of course you have all your settings over here in the right panel. But this is how, at a very basic level, you would start to work with data on your page using a repeater. Hopefully this was helpful.